Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we are going to create one game using SwiftUI. So this is the game which we are going to create in today's video. So here you can see that the name of the game is Guess the Color. So here what you have to do is, here on the left side you will be given one color. Below that it is written that match this color, and then here you have the blank rectangle view, where what you have to do is, by using these three sliders at the bottom, you have to change the color of this second rectangle, and you have to match the color of the second rectangle with the first rectangle. So this is the game which we are going to create, and once you click on the check your score, you will be presented with the one alert which will show that how much percent you have matched, or how much percent you are close to the actual result of the left side rectangle. So let's get started and see how we can create this type of view or this type of game in SwiftUI. So I will just move this on one side and I will open the one new Xcode project. So here you can see that once I click on check your score and if I press OK, once I press the OK, this color gets changed, so that you can now need to guess the different color. So now I will try to match the pink color here, and once I match this, I will say that okay, this is what I think is very close to the actual pink. Then I will press the check your score button and it will give me the result as 84%. This is same, some percent like 16% it is not same, so that's the score. And once I click on OK, it will again change the color. So this is what the overall app. So let's get started and create a new project. So like always, I will create a new Xcode project here, and I will name this project as, first I need to select the app, iOS app, then I will say guess the color, and make sure these settings are same. Click next. Let's save it on our desktop. Okay, let me just resize the canvas view like always. Okay, once this loaded, then we can start. Okay, so now build is succeeded, so we can start. So here you can see that there are different you can say views on our actual view. So for that we need to create different properties, like this is the actual color which we need to match, so we'll call it as target color, and this we will call it as a guess color. And you can see that RGB values are changing once I move these sliders, so we need to create slider for this RGB values, which is a guess color. So let's get started and create properties for these two. So first I need to create properties for my target color. So I will say @state where R means red, G B green, blue. So I will create values like that. R target equals to double dot random. So it will take a random value from 0 to less than 1. Then like this I just need to create two more for green and blue. So I will just change this value green and blue. So this is for my target value. So it will always take a random from between 0 to 1 with double value, and it will set to this, and that will be our target color. Same like this I need to create for my guess color. So I will copy this and paste it to save the time, and I will say here R guess means red color guess. Same I will copy here, and I will just paste it here like this. So this is for our guess values, but here we don't need to give any default value, so we just need to say it will be of type double. So let's remove this part. Okay, so now we have our properties ready. Also we need to create one more property to show alert. So let's create that. By default it will be false. So once this turns to true, we have to show the alert to the user with their score. Now let's create the next, that is our actual view. So first we will create a navigation view to give the title, and inside this I will use one VStack, then I will use HStack, and inside, so this is what I am doing is I am using VStack to put everything vertically and HStack to put these two views horizontally. So let's create those two views, and also these two views are having one more thing is that title here at the bottom, like these two are vertically, so for that I will create one more VStack inside this. And then I'm going to use a shape which is rectangle. Also let me just click resume here so that you will see here building the view. Now I need to give some foreground color to this rectangle, so I will say foreground color, and I need to provide one color here which is my target color I am going to give. So I will use here red, green, blue, and here I will first present the R target value, for this G target, and for this blue target. Let's just click here the resume part and see. Okay, so there is some problem here. Okay, so now this value is actually, so preview is not working because we have to present the default values for these three properties. So let's provide that first. So I'll just click on fix and I will pass the values as 0.5 just for the sake of seeing the preview on the right side. Now let's just click on try again so that you will able to see. Okay, so it is still giving me some error. Let me just try to run it on the actual simulator. Okay, somehow it is not running here. So what we can do is we can just try to see if it is a problem here only or somewhere else. Okay, let me just check this missing argument. Okay, so we need to provide the properties here also. So this is the new Swift version, which is second version, where we need to fix here also. Let's pass the values here also. I will pass the same values here. So actually this error was here, which is our this main file instead of app delegate. There that file is there. So let's try again now. Okay, now it is working fine. Click resume, and now you can see the rectangle is taking the complete width of the screen. So let's, now we need to use now we have just given a foreground color with these default values. We have created a first rectangle. Now inside below this I need to give one text which is match this color. Okay, now you can see that here this part we have created. Now we will create this part. For that I will use one more VStack and I will do the same thing. So for that let's just copy this and paste it here, and instead of target I will pass the R guess value here, G guess value, and blue guess value, and below this we need to show the actual value which is user is typing. So here you can see that once you change the slider values, these values are also getting changed, showing the user what they have currently selected for the RGB values. So let's do that here. So here I will say R, and here I need to pass the int because our actual value is in double, so I will change that to int. R guess, I will multiply this by 255 and I will just close that here. Okay, so now you can see it is reflecting properly here. So let's do this. So now it is currently showing only one R value, so I will do this for G and B. So green and blue. So now we have given three values here. Also we need to give this value not vertically, we have to place them horizontally. So let's create a HStack here. So let me just embed this inside HStack and just cut paste these values also. Okay, so now we can see it's working fine. Now we can go ahead and create the next part, which is these, just check your score button and also these sliders. So first we will create this score button. So let me just come this outside this, then V stack, and then this H stack, and then we can create our V stack new. So this V stack will be having one button first, and this button is going to have first one action, and also I need to give a text. Let me just move up. This button text will be check your score. So let's pass that here, check your score. And once user tap on the check your score, then we have to show the alert with their score. So let's change this value to true so that we can present our alert. Okay, now we can come outside this and we can present the alert for our this navigation view. So let me just check here. We have this V stack. Let's write that alert here. So I will say dot alert, and this alert is going to take this property as is presented, and here I will pass the value as show alert. And if this is true, then we need to present the alert. So we will say alert. It will take title, message, business button we have to give. So let's use that here. Title will be, I need to say text with this text as your score, and then for message also I will use the text, and here I need to pass the text of the score, which is this string interpolation, and I will say compute, and compute score, I will say this is the function which we are going to create now. And after we have written this compute function, let me just write this again. There is some mistake here. There's compute score. Okay, we have not closed this bracket here. Okay, now it's fine. And for dismiss button I will say dot default, and I will pass the text here as okay. And now once we have written this, let me just create this so that we can perform some action. So for that, what I am going to do is I will say self dot my R target value I am going to take, and then I will say double dot random value we have to give once the user has pressed on the OK button. After presenting his score, we have to pass the random values again. So for that, again I will use this random in, just like we have used above, 0 less than 1. So let's do this for next two values also, which is our green and blue. Let's use here green and blue. So what is happening here is, once you click on check your score and if you press this OK button, then this will be get called and it will assign a new color to this, our main target color, like this. So we have written that part. Now we have to write this compute score function. So let's write that. So let me just come out of my main body. Okay. Function, this function name will be compute score. Let me just write this C small. Okay, this will not take any parameter, but it will return me int, which is the actual score. So to calculate the score, first I need to check the difference for all the values for the red, green and blue values. So I will take the difference for R, I will take as R guess value which user has guessed. I will minus the target value from this, which will give me one difference for red. Same way I will take for green and blue. So let's just copy paste it, green then blue. And now once we get the three differences, what we can do is we can just use the square root function. So I will say let square root, not function, formula, let actual difference equals to square root, and it will take the values as r difference multiply by r difference, then plus, same I have to do for green and blue, so let's just copy this to save the time, and plus I will say green and blue. Okay, so we have got the difference for these three values. Let me just write here the actual return function now, which will return us the actual result, which will be like this: integer, I will say 1.o minus the difference, and it will be multiplied, so that we will get the percentage multiplied by 100 plus 0.5, so that we will get the actual result here. Now we have written our this compute score function. Now what we can do is we can just create the sliders which we need here at the bottom. So let me just close the bracket here. Integer we have created, and also here one bracket we need. Okay, so also here you can see in the actual view we need these sliders. So for that, what I will do is I will create one new view only, a new struct outside this main struct. So I will say struct, let's name it as color slider, which will be conforming to view. Then inside this I need to use body, not this. We'll say var body colon some view. Okay, now inside this what we are going to do is we have to send the actual values here, so that we can create the slider. So first I need to pass two values. One is binding. So if you don't know what is binding, so you can head to my previous videos where I have explained completely how binding is used. So make sure you check that video if you don't understand here. So basically we are going to send some values from this struct to here, and we will change that value here, and once that value changed, it will also change here by using this binding. So let me just use here the value which will be of type double, and then below this I will create one var text color. I will explain you in a while why we are creating this here, which will be of type color. Okay, so now to create sliders we need to use here one. So you can see that our one slider is having three values. One is this left value 0, right value is 255, and in between we have the slider. So we need h stack to place these three things horizontally. So let's use the h stack. Inside h stack we can use first a text, which is nothing but 0. Then below that I just need to give some modifier to our text as the text color which we have sent from the different view, which is my text color. So this text color is nothing but we are going to send these three values, red, green and blue. So for that we have passed here text, and value will be the slider value. So once I change the value here, it will change in my actual struct by using this binding. So that's why we have added here binding. So this is one text. One more text we need for 255, and in between we have to create the slider. So let's create a slider like this, and for slider we have to just pass the value. So I will say binding variable of value. So now we have our this one color slider ready. So now we just write this 3 times. Sorry for the background noise. I will write this 3 times in the actual view, so that it will display 3 sliders. So let's do that now. So sorry, for this actual slider I have to come at the top here. Once we have presented our alert, then here is our alert, below this we can start writing our code. So I will say color slider, which we have created. This I need to pass the value and text color. So value will be the guess value which user is writing. So our guess for the red, and color is red. Like this we have to do for all the three. So let's just copy this and let me click on try again so that we can see what is happening here on our view. So once the view is built, it should actually reflect these values here. So let's write this three things, which is RGB, so G and B. You can see it is reflecting here, red, green and blue. Okay, now below this what we can do is we can give some padding to our this actual VStack so that it will add some spacing from all the sides. So let's do that. Dot padding. Okay, now it's looking better. Also we need to give the title, like guess the color, like this. So I will say dot navigation bar title, let's say guess the color. Also if you want to add emoji, you can just come here and you can click on edit, and here you have to click on edit and then click on emoji and symbols and just select one from this. So here I will select this. Okay, now you can see it is reflecting here. Now we just need to run the project to see if it is working fine or not. So let's run it on this iPhone SE and we can compare it with this iPhone 11. Okay, so let's wait for this to load. So we need to check whether it is showing target color properly. It is showing us the guess color. So okay, so guess color is also updating, you can see. And now we need to check whether this check score is working fine or not. So let's try to match this color. So I will just increase this. Let's try increasing or decreasing this. And let me just turn this value to a little bit light. Okay, so now we can click on check your score. Okay, so now it is showing us the score as 91, so it's working fine. So that's all about today's video, guys. This is how you can create this simple game in SwiftUI with so much of less code. You can see here just this much of code and we have created this amazing game. So that's all, guys, for today's video. Hope you have learned something new from today's video, and if you have any suggestions for me, or if you have liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and please mention them, your comments or your feedback in the comments, so that I will come to know that you are learning something from my videos. Apart from this, if you want to follow me on, or if you want code for today's video, then you can get this from this my GitHub profile. Also you can follow me on this Instagram profile, where I post my daily video update, so you will not miss any of the new video. And if you want to, you can go on this Twitter, where I daily share the iOS learnings. Whatever I find useful, I share that here on my profile, so you can also follow me there. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.